So this evening I just watched Dhurandhar The Revenge, and literally I cannot put it in words. The amount of hype I had to see this, the amount of restlessness I felt the previous night to kind of wake up the next day and go to see this movie. Now this movie was 4 hours long. Bear this in mind. So I went at like 11. The show was at 11:30 and I came out of the theaters at around literally 4:15, something like that, including like all the intervals and stuff. So, first of all, let's just address the elephant in the room, which is Hamza, his character, his arc from part 1 to part 2, how it ends. It ends gracefully, yet there is melancholy to his character. We see this brilliant young boy who has done something heinous to protect something of his own family name, his own family value, his own kin, his own sister. And then how it rolls down towards him literally kind of saving his own country, how his own motherland needs to be saved, and how he has to go into the opposite side of the fence and defend it. So, in reality, it literally was the first scene where we literally see Jaskirat just go into that house and kill all of those people who were like misbehaving with his sister. And that is actually the entire narrative of this entire film, both part 1 and part 2. Like Jaskirat goes on the other side of the border and does the same things to the same people who were hurting the motherland, who were destroying it from within, who were infiltrating it and destroying it. And that was again a peak detailing by Aditya Dhar. And the thing is, this entire thing, like this entire saga, this entire 2 movies, which is approximately 7 to 8 hours of film footage, it feels very engaging. There is no sense of boredom, there is no sense of distraction in it. It's like you are just there and you are watching it wholeheartedly with entire attention, with your entire attention. You are just like this for the literal 4 hours. You are like, okay, I need to focus on this because it is super engaging. It is super entertaining as well. Like to see the characters play their part and to view it through their lenses, through view it like when the camera is in the scene, you literally feel like, oh, you are right there. You are like, damn, the stakes are real. The emotions that people are feeling, the heaviness that they bring to the scene is real. You feel you are a part of this grand narrative. It's like when the camera is set up right here between two dialogues, or when two personalities are talking, you are like, you're just right there in between. You're like listening to it and you're like, damn, this is something serious and shit is about to go down. And we were not ready for this 100%. Like no one was ready for this. So yes, this is the conclusion for his entire story, Jaskirat Singh's entire story. Part 1, he like we literally start off as Hamza in part 1, but in part 2 we start off as Jaskirat, his kind of backstory, how he came into being, how his entire persona was kind of transferred into Hamza, and all this infiltration. Of course, we also see how he rises to the top, his journey to becoming the king of Karachi, Sher Baloch as well, sympathizing with the Balochis. And this also kind of, and this movie also kind of sheds this beautiful light on how identity is very homogeneous and heterogeneous at the same time. Like many a times where different identities, like different what do you say, your identity of a region or of a culture, of a language, of who you truly are, like not just as a person but as a community, how does it sometimes merge into people, and sometimes it still kind of sets you apart from your own people. So yeah, in even in reality with Pakistan, there are like just so many regional people, there are like so many communities, and it's just that how they interplay into each other, how there is many a times communal hatred, and on the other side, what binds them together? What is it that kind of makes them hate sometimes something or someone? And in this movie, it was, of course, India. So it was very, very interesting. And of course, in here we see the epic conclusion of what Major Iqbal does and his end as well. And kind of that was the big villain in this entire saga, because of course he was orchestrating all these terrorist attacks. Yes, he had financiers, he had other people who were doing things for him. He had, Rehman Daket in the first one, where he would bring in the weapons and all of that from his Balochi side of things. Then he had financiers like the Khanani brothers, and all these different things that play into motion. But he was the one who was training the Mujahideens. He was the one who was putting this idea into their head to go and do jihad. And that is something that I think people all over the world should see, that how this idea is set into people, how this thing is made to crept into people's mind, where their entire being is based on something which is literally just so flamboyant, like it's just so vague in a sense, yet it carries a weight when it is like done in numbers. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the movie was just brilliant. Like, the action was top notch. We also saw the unknown gunman part, where they literally take down all these terrorists, all these people involved with all these different terrorist attacks all over India, and they were just bam, bam, bam. They were just killed. In fact, today itself, there was another kind of terrorist killed right after some prayer by unknown gunmen. It was like, damn. I just saw the movie, and after that, I'm seeing this news. I was like, is this some marketing? Is this something related to the movie? But then, no, it was official news that unknown gunmen literally killed like a terrorist in Pakistan. So, this is based on real stuff. This is based on real life events. This is inspired by real life events. And of course, another, like, the very hard thing about being, or like a difficult thing about being a spy is certainly, even when you're amongst your own people, sometimes you may not know who is with you, and sometimes you may have to take the harder choice and to kill the people who are with you, like he did with Alam, who was his dearest friend, who helped him get into all these gangs and stuff, but still he had to kill him. And again, and by the end of it, like, even Hamza perhaps didn't knew that Jamil was like with them. He was with Ajay Sanyal, and that was kind of very interesting to have a look at the end of it. So yeah, the thing is, these movies do give you a sense of this groundedness and how heavy it feels sometimes, because we sometimes feel things are grounded and it might be, okay, we might be able to deal with it, but no, sometimes grounded things are super, super heavy. They are super, super, creepy. They are super, what do you say, sometimes very hard to look at. Like, some of the violence and some of the things that inspired this violence was very, very, like, it's like that football scene was literally done in real life, and I don't know how many other scenes were kind of related to certain real things. But yeah, so this shows you the brutality of the real people that actually live there, and what people are actually capable in terms of cruelty. So yeah, that was it. And again, silly little, who is this, the other Baloch, who was that, Uzair Baloch, man, he was just clapped right and left. He was just, he was like, he was, I know what to say, he was just a sacrificial lamb. He was just, out there to get taken by the wolves. And then we also got Dawood, famous gangster in Mumbai. And yeah, that entire thing was it kind of felt more surreal to say, because you are in Mumbai and you are like listening all of this stuff when you're growing up, and it's like, this guy did this guy did this. He was like all over the place and stuff like that. But then gradually it's like he just fled away from here, and now you're seeing that he's like this old senile guy here who's just waiting on his deathbed. So yeah, it was kind of surreal to see that part. But yeah, again, nice that the protagonist was able to take out literally everyone off the board, like in one go. Everything was just done. And again, the guy who helped, like, Hamza, the Balochi guy, like the old guy from Balochistan, he was super helpful, man, and he was super loyal as well. Like, irregardless of being it Rahman, being it Uzair, being it, even Hamza, like he was real loyal to his own people, his own kin. That is something very brilliant to see. Like, yeah, okay. I mean, we have someone who is really grounded to his own people, who's really there for his own people. So that's good. And yeah, again, the identity kind of being revealed to Yalina, that was kind of a thing, but again, being resolved it. So yeah, again, that seemed kind of dodgy. I mean, yeah, I mean, she reveals it to the officer Omar, but yeah, again, and the end scene was very hilarious. Like, the guy who captures Hamza, Omar, and then like his top guy, whatever the, whatever the officer on top of him was, he was kind of, he kind of sold away certain nuclear secrets to Israel, and they got the dirt on him and they sent it to Sanyal, and was like, damn, they got him both ways. Like, and that just shows sometimes the amount of, what do you say, precautions that individuals don't take even at a higher level, that sometimes you just get trapped either way. Like, there is nothing you can do more because you just are in places you shouldn't be sometimes. And yeah, that was just it. And again, like, I cannot compliment more about how Ranveer Singh portrayed this character. The intensity, amazing. The acting, fabulous. The way he builds this character up, even the personality with Jaskirat and with Hamza, the way he ascends, the way he talks with Uzair, the way he's with the gang in his prior stages, the way he develops, the way he's spying, the way he's, stoic in many scenes. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And of course, the entire training part about the Indian military where Jaskirat was training, even that was great. Got to see how actually prepared, like how they actually prepared these guys there. Amazing, man. Loved it. All the actors, like everybody did great stuff. Even a minor actor here and there, everybody did great stuff. Only good things to say about it, and a lot of, Modi stuff in here. And people are talking about it as propaganda. So you can take it as propaganda. I don't care about it. But the thing is, it wasn't. What do you say? It wasn't included as propaganda. It was just included in the storytelling very naturally. It wasn't like it stands out. No, it was very much into the story. So I think that kind of works perhaps in the story. So it didn't feel like propaganda, but it can be, no doubt. And honestly, if you want to call it that, call it that. But irregardless of that, the story was amazing. And R. Madhavan, man, he's an amazing actor. He has done amazing stuff. And in here, he was just still brilliant, man. Brilliant as an actor. In even to like hold that stature of having real power and to being able to influence decisions of another country just by sitting at your home and talking to someone. Like, that is just another level of power. So yeah, that's great. I absolutely love the movie. Now the thing is, I don't know, whatever came to my mind as said, and if something more comes to my mind, maybe I'll make a part 2, whatever, you know. But yeah, for now, that's it. I love the movie, and I hope you watch it as soon as you can, and you shouldn't miss it, because if you have like watched part 1, you should definitely watch part 2. Like, there's no reason to not watch it. And forget about what people are saying. Just go in there, spend 4 hours there, enjoy the cinema, enjoy the place, book nice seats right in front of, the screen, middle seats, of course, right in somewhere middle rows. You can just look at it, be engulfed by it, and be in awe of the cinema that has been produced for like once in a lifetime, and it has definitely made a benchmark. It has definitely made something of value for the Indian cinema, and perhaps for the entire world. Like, this has definitely become a benchmark for Indian cinema. People should definitely look up to it and definitely surpass it one day. Amazing. Would definitely love to see what Aditya Dhar does next, what movie he brings. There were talks about him working on Ashwathama, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that would be great. And yeah, there was this there was this scene with literally Ranveer kind of looking like a Aghori Baba, and his what do you say, his friend who like turned into like a narcotics dealer. He kind of fights him, and that scene was like kind of gruesome. It felt very horrifying, because you can literally see death approach this guy, and it was just, yeah, it was brilliant. Again, the movie is good. Definitely watch it. People's sacrifices, the secrets that they had, and in the end, the entire structure of it, the entire arc of Hamza, the entire arc of Dhurandhar, the entire storytelling, everything was just great. Loved it. Amazing movie. Definitely check it out. I loved it. You will love it as well. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next. Sub to the channel. And yeah,